Thank you for joining us today on HxGN TV. I'm your host, Bridget Benedetti, and today we're discussing smart manufacturing with a panel from Hexagon Manufacturing Intelligence. With us are Norbert Hanke, President, Stephen Graham, Vice President of Marketing, and Brian Shepard, Senior Vice President of Software Solutions. Norbert, Stephen, Brian, welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Thanks, Bridget.
So, Norbert, let's start with you. There's a lot of talk out there about smart factories and smart manufacturing. Everyone wants to move in this direction. What do you think is the main driving force behind this?
Yeah, I think the industry has seen now that they have to do the big leap regarding productivity to be more competitive. And I think they see now with Smart Factory the possibility to do so, because we have now technologies available, which maybe 10 years or 15 years ago we didn't have, from my point of view. And I think that's the driving force.
Okay, so this isn't a new topic, of course. Why aren't we in the manufacturing sector further along in this journey?
I mean, we started the journey, the industry started the journey in 2010, 2011, and I think it takes some time from getting from vision to reality.
Right.
And I think, as I mentioned earlier, the technology like 5Gs, all these kinds of things are coming. So I think the technology is given now, more and more. I think that's not anymore the barrier or so. But the barrier, I think, to go further and faster is the mindset of people. How people are working together, I think that's the most important thing. And I mentioned as well that they have to think out of the silos. They have to rethink, from my point of view. So
right.
I think that's it.
Right, interesting. Now, Stephen, Norbert just mentioned mindsets. What's Hexagon doing to change mindsets and perceptions of their customers and the manufacturing industry?
Yeah, no, it's a good question. So we're trying to encourage our customers to pick up a word that Norbert just used, to rethink quality. And what we mean by that is we want our customers to recognize and understand that quality is no longer just the concern of the quality department. But everybody that's involved in the product lifecycle needs to be thinking in terms of quality, whether they're designing the product, producing it, or indeed responsible for verifying it.
Right, right. And how does this lead to smarter manufacturing?
Yeah, so of course it's not good enough to just rethink quality. You need to actually do something about it. And so a reality today is digitalization in the factory. You know, at every point in the product life cycle, we're generating tons and tons of data. By encouraging people to rethink and break down the silos between the different parts of the product life cycle, we want to encourage sharing of information, because we think that if you can bring information together from different parts of the product life cycle, you can create unique solutions to improve quality and drive productivity. And so part of what we're doing is putting technology in place to encourage that collaboration, and that's what we call our digital thread.
Perfect. So Brian, can you help us understand what's really meant by the digital thread?
The digital thread is all about data. It's about moving data from where it's created to where it needs to be used to create value. And that sounds simple, but some companies, maybe most companies, struggle in some way with bringing that to life. It's one of the things that we're working on is helping our customers realize the promise of the digital thread to really get value from the enormous amounts of data that they have in their enterprise.
And I know you have several projects in the works right now that use this idea of digital thread to improve the data flow through the factory and through the supply chain. What do you think is the driving force behind this, the real value drivers?
Yeah, so I think the key to getting value from data is either using it to improve a process. We may do that through kind of feedback loops, for example, to make better decisions by getting that data in the hands of the people that need to see it in a right time in order to make a timely decision, and also to draw inferences, to kind of use new technology like machine learning to gather insight and understanding about trends and kind of the movement of that data to make better decisions about what will happen in the future. So lots of kind of values to create value from data.
Yeah, I'll say there's a lot going on there.
Absolutely.
And so Stephen, how about you? Do you think these kinds of solutions are providing a clearer view of what the smart factory really is?
The smart factory? Yeah, I think so. I mean, there's many definitions of what a smart factory is. A smart factory needs to be proactive, it needs to be agile, it needs to operate autonomously. And our software tools and our digital thread are helping to drive all of those things. A smart factory also, we shouldn't think in terms of just a building with 4 walls. A smart factory is something that can span multiple different sites. Maybe the smart factory runs right the way through the supply chain. And again, setting up a digital thread that can span all of these things, I think is an important part of what a smart factory is and should be.
That was an exciting concept,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Norbert, a last word from you. How can manufacturers achieve their vision of this smart factory?
I think we talked earlier about, okay, to embrace the vision, that's for sure is given, and I think I see this now more and more. And then at the end, what we need to do is practical solutions, right? So Brian was talking about we building vertical solutions, so that the customer really sees the value from our point of view. And I think, and then we need to scale this up. So you can phrase this, may I say this as well, think big, start small, scale fast.
Excellent. We would like to thank our guests, Norbert Hanke, Steve Graham, and Brian Shepard. For more about how you can rethink quality for smarter manufacturing, visit hexagonmi.com. And for more on HxGN TV, or to watch additional episodes, please tune into hxgnspotlight.com. Thank you for watching.